Hello viewers around the world, my name is Elizabeth and I'm a Namibian, and I am shooting this video just to talk about um, depression, what causes depression, and to help out people who are going through depression, and people who have been abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, and sexually abused, and they do not speak out. They have been so afraid to speak out, and I might be helped too. So I'm really trying so hard to bring up a platform or a website that can help such people who are suffering from depression and people who have been sexually abused. So here's my story. I have been abused too. My whole life I have been abused. And firstly, I was abused by my cousin. He's older than me, and that time I was only 5 years old, and he was a big guy, 20 or 19, somewhere there, and he came over me, and he was trying to insert himself in me. He was trying to rape me. That's what happened. So he raped me, and every time I go to kindergarten where I was schooling as, and my teachers always noticed something wrong with me because I couldn't walk properly. My vagina was swollen up. I was really damn swollen every moment, every time. I was suffering, and I didn't even know where my mom was, because my mom was in Windhoek and I was in the north, and I didn't know who my mom was at the time. I just hear that, okay, my mom was in Windhoek, but I really didn't see her. I was being raised by my family there. My grandfather, that man that I was staying at his house was my grandfather, because it's a brother to my grandmother who gave birth to my mom. So even though I speak out, I was always physically abused, beaten up for no reason by the wife who was married by my grandfather. So I couldn't tell her about what was going on, what her son was doing to my life, what her son was doing, because I was so neglected, rejected, and I just felt like homeless. So my mom took me from there because there was a great woman who told her about my situation, and she brought me into Windhoek. I had been fine when I came in Windhoek, but there was a neighbor who always asked me to come to his room. He was older than me at the time. I was in grade 5 as well, and I remember he called me in his room, and then he just gave me some magazines, because I really loved reading a lot. So he gave me magazines, and I was like, well, this is great. Okay, then the next day he called me, oh, come and get magazines. So I went in, and then he forced himself onto me, and I never told my family because I never trusted anyone. I was just feeling so lonely. I was just feeling alone. So this happened, and it has been happening, and it's been happening. And in 2009, my brother came in Windhoek, and so yeah, he came in Windhoek. He was in the north and my father's side, which he came in to stay. Well, he came to stay in school here in Windhoek, and things started happening. I don't know what I had. I don't know who I am at that moment. When they see me, they see sex. So he started coming to the room that I used to sleep in, and then he just take everything off and just do what he's gonna do, and they finish up. It has been going on for months, and I was tired, and I started writing on his every t-shirt he had. I started writing and insulting him. I started doing all these things. I reported to my mom, and nothing was done. The hurting part of that, my mom found us in the bed one day, and my brother was trying to rape me, and I was fighting, and I was praying at the moment, and I just started praying in tongues. And what happened is my mom came running, and she was going to work, and she was still on her way to work. She came running down, and he found him on me, and still nothing was done. Nothing was done. He ran off and tried to go and kill himself, and they ran after him, and I was so blamed for everything. I was blamed because I loved sleeping. Can you imagine that? Just because I loved sleeping, somebody has the guts to enter in my room because I'm sleeping, I'm selling myself for sex. And I started being depressed. I started hating everywhere anyone could say to me like, I love you, you're beautiful, because I saw myself as a sex toy, a sex tool, a fucking man. That's what I saw myself every moment. And this thing cannot stop. Any relationship I am in, they force me for sex. They do. And I got tired of it, and I just started having social, I just started feeling like killing myself every moment, but I never died. I tried drinking pills, I never died. I tried drinking jig, I thought I was gonna die, but I never died. Please, if you're watching this video right now and you're going through what I'm going through, I had gone through, or somebody is close to you that is going through these things, please do not ignore them. Listen to them and attend to their cries. So I started sleeping a lot, not eating. I hate it. I don't eat. I started feeling so lonely. I had no friends. All I do is sleep and dream and imagine people coming to my room that are better people than my family. And this thing got like so scary because it made me feel